now we need to go video the other plant. Get over there.
I'm super excited to make this video because so many things are becoming ripe. I want to start out by saying hi to my niece Lily. My sister told me that her and my niece watch every video that I make, even the ones that I mess up on, and that they really enjoy them. So I'm super excited to hear that. It makes me really excited to hear that my kids and my nieces and nephews are learning something about the garden. There are a ton of fire ants in this garden bed, actually. Oh, I can't see them on the camera. Okay, so this was that container patio from Lowe's, patio tomato, excuse me, from Lowe's. And it's supposed to be a determinate tomato, and I can't believe that it's still producing. It's been producing since at least March. And it is. Charlie was super excited to come out here and clip off a tomato and show you guys how we use the pruning shears, which are really great because if you're anything like me, you'll have a really bad habit of chopping up your poor plants or pulling them off and plucking off several branches. That's a beautiful Gerber daisy from the garden. Here are our little French breakfast radishes. I threw the seeds out here knowing that they wouldn't do well because it is summertime, but I let them go anyways because I've had them for so many years, and if I didn't throw them out into the garden, they weren't going to be good anyways. So here are a couple that I pulled up. They are a quarter of the size they usually are. A big beetle. I love big beetles. Where is it?
A big beetle.
I don't know where it is. I don't see it. Oh, I see it.
Did the camera get it?
It sure did. So here's a French breakfast radish that's about a quarter of the size it should be. Now here are our tomatillos, which I just made a video on a few days ago. They are so big, and I am so impressed with how amazing they're doing despite the constant change in 60-degree weather to 90-degree weather, raining for a week straight, not raining all of a sudden. It's insane here. Here's a smaller tomatillo. It's also doing well. Here are some of our...
What are these little things?
They're a type of fungus. These are a type of fungus that grow into the garden. Isn't that really cool? Fungus growing in the garden is actually really healthy for the soil. The first time I walked out and saw mushrooms all over my compost, I freaked out. But come to find out, they actually create a webbing underneath the soil.
The beetles.
And it allows plants to access nutrients and water that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. Beetles crawling all over Charlie. And this is our squash plant. I want to say it is a green zucchini plant, and it's actually doing amazing. It has its little flowers on it. I don't think you can see it, but it's putting on little baby fruit.
Look, it's in the garden.
It is in the garden, and I am so excited. I have no idea what that beetle is doing. I don't recognize it, so hopefully it's not a type that can destroy plants. Where is it? Oh, here it is. If anyone knows what type of beetle this is, please let us know. I'm definitely going to be Googling it tonight because it's having all kinds of fun. Here is another green zucchini plant.
Yeah.
Here's our Gerber daisy. This is a yellow Gerber daisy. And Gerber daisies, I found that they really need to be close to a water source because I'm not kidding. It can be perfectly fine. I'll come back out an hour later when the sun's beating down on it, and it is not doing well. So I have to water them way more than other plants and kind of keep them in the shade.
So much fun.
These are bunching green onions. It's been a while since I've actually come and picked from these.
I think it's afraid of humans. I just touched it. It's not letting me.
So they are exhausted.
Mom, I touch it. Look what it feels like.
I'm not touching a beetle. These onions are just absolutely exhausted. Sugar here is trying to eat all my onions because for some reason he thinks they are amazing. He is our little basset hound, but he's insane. He gets into a lot of trouble for trying to climb all throughout my garden beds, and he just barrels through them and knocks everything over. He thinks it's hilarious.
Now I need to go share the others.
This is our biggest tomatillo plant. You can't tell, but it's over 3 feet tall, and I'm so in love with it. It's producing so many really pretty yellow blossoms. Here is a big tomatillo. It's so big, and I'm so impressed. And this one's doing really well too. And I can't wait, because before I know it, the hotter it gets, hi Larry, it's just going to be completely covered in fruit. All 3 of these will. The one at the very back that's not doing so well will not. I'm not really sure why I keep it planted, because it's just, it's not doing well, but I have a heart for not wanting to dig things up. These are a bunch of zucchini squash. I planted our zucchini squash randomly with Calabasa. These are just a week or 2 old. Sugar's already trying to eat the plant. They're just a week or 2 old, and I don't know if you can tell, but they're actually already outgrowing the ones that I got as transplants from the feed store several weeks ago. The sudden changes in fluctuations in rain and temperature just, they didn't fare well. You leave that poor beetle alone, Larry. And these are all green zucchinis right here. So there are Calabasa mixed in. I think that's what these are over here, but I'll definitely be able to tell. I'm not planning on saving seeds from any of the plants in this garden. I just kind of wanted something to produce a quick vegetable fill-in space. This is more or less going to be a perennial garden next year, but the perennials haven't taken over yet.
Mama, can I show them a plant?
What would you like to show them?
That dead plant.
That dead plant over there that Charlie wants to show everybody. It was a bluebonnet. It did go to seed. I believe that's the seed right there growing up. I'm not really sure. But